Start to slide out like you did the other time. I'm going to give you...
Hello.
Hello.
We are either incredibly early for this Christmas-ish celebration, or
very late.
Because we didn't do one for 2019. Not sure what I'll put on the title yet, but Merry Christmas!
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Merry Christmas!
I can understand that that sort of feeling of 2020, like, there's a sort of, you can see the just sort of ticking, like, has it been a year? Has it been a year already?
Yeah.
It's been a weird one, hasn't it?
It has.
It has been a weird one.
I think we're all glad to see the back of it. But
yeah, but I mean, like, you can look in terms of, like, oh, it's been the worst year ever, but you can also sort of say, we survived, we're here, you know.
We did, yeah. It's not fallout yet.
Yeah, we've handled everything that this year's thrown at us, and we're still here, so that's something, you know.
Yeah.
But before we get on with our Christmas-ish celebration, we're actually recording this on Christmas Day in New Zealand, so we're actually on the ball.
It's amazing.
It really is. But yes, welcome. This is Yak. If you guys don't know Yak, he does a lot of the channel art. He's a very close friend of mine, and yeah, he's just an all-round good dude.
Yeah, it's community service for him.
Still after me for setting fire to all those litter bins.
Yeah, well, you know, you were told.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we usually, we try to get one of these out every year, but last year was chaos.
We try, but we're also always very late.
Yeah, well, we're chill about it, right?
The first one we did was end of January. I think the second one we did was like February or March, something like that. It was a bit of a delay on it.
And then Foxy got all excited last year.
We said it'd be easier to record because I moved.
And he's got nothing.
Sorry, Foxy, this one's for you. This one's for you. But yeah, we normally sort of get together, do a bit of a gift exchange, have a chat about what we're doing, what we're playing, things like that.
Yeah.
Things that we enjoyed watching this year, or
just a little catch up. Yeah. So welcome along. I think first of all, we'll do a bit of a shout out to the patrons. Yeah.
You might not know, but when people are signed up on my Patreon, we've had a few this year, which have been really super helpful. It helps the channel an awful lot, but a percentage of that does actually go on to Yak as well, because for me, he does all my art. I want to make sure that he is getting a decent amount of money from that as well, because obviously where my channel is, I actually put a lot of my channel success on the art that's there as well, and I'm very, very grateful that he can actually do that for the channel.
Yeah, well, we're a team.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It works.
So,
sorry, I mean, you're the boss and I'm the minion.
Yes, snake pit. Get in the snake pit.
It's being cleaned this week.
But thank you to all of you who have been very kind and donated.
It means a lot.
It does mean a lot.
Not, the money's nice. It's very helpful. It helps Sun to continue doing what he does. But the morale boost for both of us is awesome as well. It really sends home a message.
Other people believe in you as well, which is that's the main thing. I mean, that's definitely a huge help for the channel. Anyway.
Yeah, and of course everybody is welcome.
Yeah, absolutely, everybody's welcome.
Except you. You know who you are.
Caleb said at home, going.
Wasn't Caleb? I wasn't talking about Caleb. I'm talking about that other guy.
Right. So this year we normally do a bit of a gift exchange.
He shouldn't have done this.
He says I shouldn't have done this, but some of the stuff is from last year as well,
which I still couldn't afford to get him something for.
But again, for me, it's not about the gift giving, like the exchange as such. It's more the fact that I had the ability to. I wanted to thank him for what he's done for the channel. And also, he's just a mate, so, if I can, I do.
And, I was going to say, you are getting some sweet art off me.
I am.
That's for damn sure.
Yes. Yeah, we've already talked a little bit about what sort of art could potentially be
Yep.
be done. So yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see what he comes up
some
with there.
drafts last night, actually.
Ooh, excellent.
Yep.
There you go.
I've
Merry
always
Christmas.
wanted a reusable bag.
You're welcome.
This guy, he knows. He knows.
I pay attention.
You
There's
leave
all these
shit in
times.
here.
Sorry, yeah, you feel free to chuck those out.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll have a look at this first. What have we got here?
Have a look on the back.
1 minute. I'm figuring out clothes. Oh, yeah.
So that is
Put this down
a
here.
custom-made
Rippin'!
Sol Fuego jersey. I took me a while to sort out the fabric paint. It's not perfect, but it's actually pretty good.
It's awesome.
I thought it came out quite nice.
I love it.
So I got that, and there's something
It's
else in
wicked.
there as well for you, mate.
So fuego! It wasn't me doing the tagging on Swell Fago's wall.
You sure?
What is in here? Is this an empty box? Have you got me an empty box?
Oh, you know me so well. It's not, no.
You always do this to me. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I think that might be quite good, considering we do our RPG stuff as well.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be perfect for your RPG. Get a load of that beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we would put the music in, but there'd be swift copyrights.
Yeah, we would be suffering for that, so we won't put the music in.
No,
You can add your own music. There we go. That should be that should be exempt from copyright.
It should be bad enough that they're not going to want to claim it. Although these days they're claiming a lot of things.
They are claiming a lot of things. So I suppose what we chat about the year that's been. What have we been playing? What's been keeping your attention this year?
Well, for me personally, I have been really, really getting into Bethesda games this last year. I've pronounced that wrong, haven't I?
Bethesda?
Bethesda, that's the one. I'm terrible at that stuff. But, I've been having a great little time with that. And there's a lot of the people who watch me saw there was a lot of Jurassic Park Evolution stuff going up.
Yeah,
the Park Builder game.
Is that on Twitter you're posting a lot of those clips?
Yeah, I was posting a lot of those on Twitter. I really should give my PlayStation my YouTube account, but I don't use it. So maybe one day. A lot of that, and a lot of retro games like 2005 Star Wars Battlefront.
That's such a good game. I love that game.
It was a great game. Battlefront 2 is one. I remember I had Battlefront 1 on console, and I loved that. And then Battlefront 2 came out, and nobody wanted to give up their copy. You could not find a copy of that.
I remember that's not, because I played that on PlayStation 2 with... I can't remember who it was. But I played it for a couple of months at someone's house, and I was like, man, I really want to buy this game, and it was literally nowhere. You could not get it anywhere.
You'd look on your Trade Me, which is kind of like New Zealand eBay. Couldn't find it. Just wasn't around. Thankfully, I got a copy through GOG. Good old games.
Oh, yeah, no, I've heard of those.
Yeah, because I'm still old-fashioned and don't use Steam. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll get there eventually. Look, I only just adopted Discord recently. And all the time, usually I'm just looking for inspiration for more of my art, really. Got Star Wars Squadrons for Christmas today, so that was pretty cool. Looking forward to doing that. You, my friend, I know you've been
Minecraft.
Dabbling in Minecraft. I've heard you're a fan of it.
I'm a bit of a fan. No, it's not just Minecraft that's sort of held my attention this year. I've been spending all the time playing Borderlands 3. absolutely love the Borderlands series, and Borderlands 3. I'll show you. This is part of the art from Borderlands 3. So I'm working on
I remember that.
I've been working on it for about a year or so now, and I've just kind of stopped for a while. But that's Flack from Borderlands 3, one of the main characters. And yeah, I've been really enjoying the game. It's a lot of fun. They recently put in a new mode. What's it called now? It's like a space game show. You basically go in, you've got none of your skills, you can't take any of your weapons or anything like that, and you've basically got to drop in, use whatever you find, and try and beat a sort of set timer. It's really interesting.
Do you go through different rooms, or is it a big arena?
It's a big arena, and it's sort of slowly the area that you can be in narrows down, okay. And you've got to kind of avoid these sort of storms and enemies, and it gets harder and harder as the time goes on. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I've just recently started playing Cities Skyline as well, which is basically SimCity,
but prettier,
and way more complex. You can't just be like pump station, pipes, power, zone, go.
I struggled at that part.
See, it just doesn't work like that. I tried all the SimCity stuff, and it just basically went, this is not a city plan, you idiot. And I lost all my money and I went bankrupt. But I've started to figure out how it works, and it's a lot of emphasis on making sure your roading is good.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a good 60-70% of road work.
Yeah, but the thing is, because it's so realistic like that, it actually, when it starts working, when you see the city start to grow, it feels a lot more rewarding.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying that as well.
That's cool. I've watched a few people play it.
It can be quite fun to watch as well. I think it's quite a chill sort of game to watch people stream.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I added it to my repertoire. Once I get fairly okay at it, I might do some streams on that as well.
Yeah, I think, I should say, I know it'd be a good one for streams, because it's so chill, and then you've got just chat bubbling away there on the side.
Just have a chat with people, see how the days go. That's kind of what we've been doing. But yeah, like streaming as well is something I've got back into this year, because I kind of had like 6 months where I wasn't streaming much at all. Just sort of health stuff and awkward times. So, you go for when it's winter time here, it's the worst possible time for streaming, because no matter when I try to stream, it's usually when people are asleep, or it's like too early, they'll be at work.
Yeah.
So if I want to stream to most of the world, I've got to be up at like 5-6 in the morning on a Sunday in New Zealand in winter. And
wow.
It's
it's not fun. We love you guys, but there are degrees.
Yeah, I'll be trying harder this time around, I think. But it was a bit much.
That would be the opposite end of me going to sleep. I would have to stay up, stream, and then go to bed. Yeah.
Other than that, we've just been ticking by with TV series that have caught our attention this year. Obviously, Mandalorian being the big one. Don't worry, we're not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, no spoilers.
There's not going to be spoilers. We're just going to revel in the fact that it was a really good Star Wars.
Hell of an adventure.
Yeah, and it's just nice to not be focused on the Jedi and the Sith all the time.
Yeah. Well, I've often found that. I get the Jedi and the sorcerers and the focus of Star Wars stories, but too much focus on it without reminding people what your everyday person is going through.
Yeah,
and blaster rifles are so strong in Star Wars. There's many times where it's a one-hit kill, and you can be fully armoured. Imagine living on that battlefield. You've got hundreds of these one-hit kill things flying across. You've got... it would be crazy. And we got to see somebody experienced in combat in something other than a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which is great. And everyone loves a Mandalorian.
I think it was been a more personal story as well. Like the growth of characters inside that series.
Yeah.
And
I
think that speaks to people a lot more.
Yeah.
I think that's why the success is a bit more.
I think there's also heavy echoes of the original trilogy in it. Like, it's got a real feel of the original trilogy. There's that grittiness. There's parts in which you feel it's almost a Western.
Yes, that's very true. It does feel like a Western. And I like that. I like that.
I actually saw it, there was a wee trailer on YouTube. Somebody had done. It was a spaghetti Western Mandalorian trailer.
I've seen it.
Yeah. It was great. Really, it worked so well. It worked
very well.
Yeah, no, it was very impressive. There's some great fan films out there at the moment too for Star Wars as well.
Yes, that's true as well.
Yeah, you just YouTube Star Wars fan film, you'll get some good ones. Yeah, no, it's just good to be excited about Star Wars again, because I'll be honest, after the prequels, the most current lot of sequels came out, I haven't even seen the third one of that. I just didn't feel Star Wars to me. It was pretty. You can only look at eye candy for so long before, but that's just my opinion.
I think, personally, for me, it had its moments, but it just kind of felt like it was trying too hard to be the original series in a modern, updated sort of sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but
there's a degree.
You kind of need to draw a line at some point and go, this is what we want to do, rather than have it too close to the same story that the original sequels were. I mean, that's kind of why I think the prequels have kind of come up. They were hated at first, and now they're kind of slowly coming up as people are seeing them
in a different light.
Because the storytelling was different. You know, it was more about Anakin and his journey rather than about the whole Star Wars that were going on, which was the original trilogy.
There's the Galactic Civil War, and then you've got just the foolishness and the prequels of the Republic and trying to run a multi-million planet democracy. Yeah. Everybody screaming to be heard at once. I mean, it's bad enough with a single country. Can you imagine that? Yeah, it's no wonder it went to chaos. But, it's just good to be excited about Star Wars again. I'm actually liking going back into the toy section and checking out the Star Wars toys again. I've got some stories, but not for this video.
Well, I mean, we are hoping to get a few more of these sort of Let's Plays that we do, where we find a random game and just kind of jam along to it at some point. I think the last one we did was House Flipper, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. But did that get uploaded?
You're pretty sure it did.
I know we missed.
Sure it did.
Yeah.
We had one that failed that we had to basically chuck out. Yak's got this amazing ability to break a microphone. Doesn't matter how quiet you make him.
It's one of my awesome powers.
Like, I could sit him in another room and he would still be causing the audio meter to peak. And I've been watching it, this entire recording, it just going, no, stay down. And it has. It's been really... he's doing his best.
He's doing a good boy.
He's been very good. But yeah, we'd like to do a few more of those as well. But a lot of that is down to, I guess, like timing and schedules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go on those.
I mean, these days it's hard enough just booking RPG.
Yeah, everyone's busy with
everyone's all over
real
the place.
stuff and lives.
Man, we've had some memorable games this year.
We have. I think even just like the last 2 years, it's been pretty crazy the stuff that has happened in the different RPG sessions that we've had. If you don't know, Yak is the DM for our RPG games. and he does a very fine job of making sure that we don't all die horrifically. Apart from in the Cthulhu games, in which case that's kind of accepted as a given.
And I get to play.
That's his time to actually let out all the frustration with all the stuff that we make him do during all the other sessions.
I'm still fair though. It's just the mythos isn't fair.
It's like it's all the rage from all the characters that we've basically one shot after he's wrote a detailed lore for them.
I don't do that anymore. I don't. I wait to see if he survives one or two episodes before he becomes worthy of a few paragraphs of information. Yep. Did you tell that story on stream? What you did to that particular?
No, hero? I should. We can mention it here. There's we were playing a sort of pirates game, and I had
It was a D&D pirates adventure, so they were all your D&D races and stuff like that.
I was a half giant druid.
The Goliath.
It's Goliath.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
and came across. Just stepped off a ship, and I think he said like one line to me.
Basically, what happened was the big baddie's ship pulled up next to them. Now, in my little book, I'd had it that these guys were going to pull up. The main villain was going to come out. He was going to give a few, the old classic villain lines. Go back onto his ship and let a horde of goblins and stuff swarm over, take you guys captive, and then we were going to go on a merry jaunt from there. What actually ended up happening was the goblins went over first, because first of all, the main character, the main baddie, failed his dexterity roll and he slipped on the deck. So that was the start of his bad day. The goblins flew over, players did their thing, sliced dice, dead goblins. Then the next wave of heavies came over, and the main villain decided to come over with that. This dark knight and dark mail and this helmet that almost oozed villainous. He steps up and he goes to walk across the one of the lines, the pole connecting the two ships, and Sun's Goliath just gives him the creepiest smile in the world. Lifts up his enormous club and rolls a natural 20, which instantly hits, does double damage. This guy got killed so hard that you actually basically got double his hit points.
He missed it. He just...
he was like a tin of meat being cracked against like a concrete pole by a sledgehammer. There was a resounding ooh.
There was also you could see the pain was visible in Yak's eyes, because he's just sitting there reading it out, and you could see that he's like, oh no.
Yeah.
There was something afterwards. He's like, I had a whole backstory for that guy and everything.
Yeah, I had a backstory. He was some evil cleric who was going to take them to his fortress of evil and torture them.
Evil things.
And do evil things. But no, his ship got sunk. He got killed, and they continued on their merry way around the islands.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was fun.
Fun time was had by all apart from the DM.
It was fun for me when it ended up that you guys had waded through a nest of tyrannosaur eggs, leaving a trail of yolk.
That didn't go too well. That didn't go too well.
Your Mama Rex wasn't happy about that one.
No, it's understandable.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I do plan on sort of chatting a bit more on streams about some of the stuff that happens there, just because we've had a few sort of new followers who are into D&D, and I think the stories kind of transcend the game a little bit.
They do,
They're quite
everyone
fun
enjoys listening to a good, entertaining role-playing story.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't know a thing about the game, usually. Yeah, we've played a few over this last year. We've played Call of Cthulhu. We've played Ghostbusters from West End Games.
Another pirate one.
Yeah, I've created my own system by mashing two together and adding my own rules, where everybody plays pirates, and it's not like D&D. It's more like Pirates of the Caribbean, mixed with a bit of Cthulhu mythos. So that's been going good. We tried out a Jurassic Park one.
Yeah, those are always fun.
That I wrote up. That was fun. If we're going to try a new system, I tend to run these guys like a one-shot, which is like a one-off adventure. And then if they enjoy it, then we maybe look at a campaign or another one-shot to see how it goes. I find Call of Cthulhu works well with one-shots.
Well, characters don't tend to survive that long, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys tend to be quite lucky with your characters, though.
As far as lucky as far as like going completely insane and just ended up.
I mean, technically,
in a corner.
Yours had an okay way to go. I mean, it wasn't like having your skin sucked off by a shoggoth and then being rolled in salt or anything like that.
No. Granted, I mean, I survived the horrors as such, but it's just what it did to my mind afterwards.
And your ticker.
Yeah, and my heart.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of heart attacks from that as well. But I think we should probably start wrapping it up.
Yep. Start wrapping up.
20 minutes or so, and just try and give you guys something entertaining to watch over the holiday period.
Yeah. Everybody stay safe out there.
Yes. Be sensible. Stay safe. Listen to the experts.
Don't lick windows. Don't do it.
See, you had them until then.
Yeah.
Then you went too far with the licking the windows. You can't take away those sort of rights.
No, you're right. You're right. You know what? If you feel that you need to, then you do it. But
we can't recommend it.
We can't recommend it.
No. It's not endorsed by Suncorp. I'll have a little thing that pops up here now.
Yeah, not endorsed by Suncorp.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful Christmas, holidays, whatever you celebrate this time of year.
Even if you don't celebrate anything.
Celebrate the holidays.
You're
off work.
Yeah, exactly.
Celebrate that.
Exactly. Play some games.
Yeah, play some games. Be merry. Be happy.
Yeah, have fun. Try to have fun.
Here's to the next one. See you next time.
It'll be late, promise.
We'll do our best to be later next time for you.
Yeah.